Hey everybody, welcome back to Hawk Talk. I'm Trey Peters.
And I'm Joseph Ray.
Today we have Coach Garner back again. We're going to be talking about last week's football game, and we're going to be talking about this week's. So, Coach, who had some of the best plays this past Friday?
This past Friday night was a big team win. Had a lot of guys that made plays. Marion Pinckney at quarterback scored 4 times Friday night. Made some big time plays. The offensive line was really good. I think Corey Culver led the team with 12 pancake blocks. TJ Waller had 8. Aragon Bennett had 7. Caden Elmore had 7. Zuri Scott had 11. So, I mean, the big guys up front made some big plays, made it easier for those skilled guys to score some touchdowns.
That's good.
All right. And what, in your opinion, what makes a good football player?
What makes a good football player? Well, I think there's a lot of things that go into it. The main thing's heart. Being able to withstand and fight through some adverse situations. I mean, football's not easy. It's a tough sport. It's tough every Friday night. And so guys that can find that extra little bit inside of them to fight through some tough situations is what makes some of those big-time football players.
How's this week, practice? Y'all been practicing every day this week, right?
Yep.
Y'all still will. How's it looking? I know people have got to be somewhat sore.
Yeah, everybody's a little sore, especially after the first week. Your body starts getting used to it as the season goes along, but after that first one, everybody's a little sore. Monday, there was a lot of film, a lot of corrections from last Friday night, which was good. The effort was really good on Friday night, but we still made some mental mistakes that we had to see on film that we had to get corrected, which should be corrected for this Friday night. So practice has been good. Everybody's excited. We got a big one coming up.
Yeah. All right. Who catered the pregame meal?
Man, we got lucky. The Lions Club here in Daleville catered the pregame meal last week, and they did spaghetti, salad, rolls, Powerades, dessert, and we ate over there at the Methodist Church, and it was really good. So Mr. Steve Kirkland, one of our board members, was kind of the one that headed up that through the Lions Club. But they catered this past week, and they did a fantastic job. It was really good.
That's good. So, last week was our pregame scrimmage.
Yep.
So, we had some really good plays. What are some key things that we really need to work on for this week?
We're going to work on tackling this week. Geneva County had a really good running back that we had a tough time tackling. Goshen this week's got a guy that matches that. And so that's some of the stuff that we've really emphasized this week is making sure that we make tackles on the edges so we don't give up as many big plays.
How do you think you did on the first and second quarter?
We kind of started off a little slow. We were down 6-0 till about a minute and 51 seconds left before halftime. We got the ball back and we ticked it down, tick, score, make it 8-6 right before half. And then we kind of woke up a little bit. We were in better shape than Geneva County. It showed in the second half. So when we came out of halftime, we just kind of leaned on them a little bit and opened up some big plays and ended up taking that game pretty good.
Yeah. So in the first quarter, the offense was slow. What are some things that in the beginning of the game to get our mind right? What are some things in offense we need to work on?
We got to fix some alignment issues. We had some formations where we weren't right. We had some formations where we didn't get in the right spot to make a big play, making sure that we're blocking the right guy up front, just simple stuff like that is easily corrected, that is expected in a first game situation. So we expect those things to be fixed this Friday night.
So how do you think the defense was on the first and second quarter?
Defense was better. I mean, we gave up 6 points in the first half, and then we gave up 7 points in the second half. So as a whole, we played, it was kind of a bend, not break type thing. We gave up a few big plays because we missed some tackles. But when we needed big plays, we made them. We had a lot of negative plays. Amarion had an interception. Nazir had a fumble recovery. Really the turning point in the football game early was their running back broke a long one. Javion McLeod had unreal effort, chased him down, caught him on about the 20-yard line, which we say all the time, guys, make them snap it again. But we did. We made the play. They had to go snap it again. Bad snap, fumble, we recovered.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those ones, if Javion doesn't give the effort to go chase that guy down, we don't get a chance to get the ball back off the turnover. So it was a good teaching point. It was great effort on his part, great effort on the fumble recovery. So, I mean, it's things like that change a ball game.
That was a really good play.
Yep.
So we were up 8-6 at the half.
Yep.
What did y'all talk about to get them a little bit more hyped up for second half?
Yeah, we just made a few corrections, making sure that they understood what we had. The main thing was just letting them know that we were in better shape. You could see it on it. You could see it kind of wearing on them. And just making sure that we mentally stayed in, knowing like, guys, if we got to go step on these guys right now. We got to take advantage of this second half, and we did a great job of that.
Yeah.
All right. So did the third and fourth quarter look better?
Yeah, a lot better. We made some explosive plays in the second half. I mean, we just physically leaned on them. I mean, it was about every play we watched on film, and there were white jerseys on the ground somewhere, and most of the time it had a red one laying on top of them, which is stuff that we like to see. I mean, it was from the receivers, the offensive line, linebackers, everybody. I mean, we started bullying them a little bit in the second half, and that was fun to see.
Well, if I had a fantasy team with y'all's defense, I would pick it.
There you go.
That's what it was looking so far.
There you go.
So we had some big plays. Offense and defense were better in the second half. So rushing yards. Amarion.
Yeah, Amarion led the team in rushing. I don't have the official stats, but it was probably 14 or 15 carries for at least 150 yards and 4 touchdowns. I mean, he had a big night. Anthony had a few good runs. Javion had a few good runs. We whipped it out into space a little bit. Marcus had a good play on a jailbreak screen. Carrington had a good play on a jailbreak screen. Marion found Marcus on one of our San Francisco, which is a little slant route. Found Javion on the hole on the stick route. So we spread the ball around. I think everybody got some touches. Everybody made some good plays. So that's what we wanted for Friday night.
That's good.
All right. Who had the most sacks?
Who had the most sacks? You know, Nazir made a big one early in the ball game that kind of flipped him behind the chains. Devin Bush had a sack. I'm trying to think back. Caden Elmore had a sack. So I don't know if anybody had more than the other, but we did have some big sacks that kind of put them behind the chains early, which is what we wanted.
Just getting their head a little
Yep.
bit. And then you said we had a few fumble recoveries and a few interceptions.
Yeah,
Was it one each?
Yeah, Marion had an interception right before half. Nazir scooped up a fumble recovery. We dropped another. We dropped an interception. There was another ball on the ground that we could have got. So those are stuff that we got to capitalize on.
Yeah.
We did have 2 big ones.
Yeah.
All right. So how's Javion after that? You know, the 20 after you chase that guy down.
He's tired.
Yeah.
He's tired. But look, Javion's a little Energizer bunny now. He doesn't seem to get tired very often. Plays hard. So I mean, he came off for one play and then he was asking to go back on.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just. He kind of got kicked in the stomach a little bit when he caught the guy from behind. His foot kind of kicked him up and kind of got him in the stomach, but after that, he was fine.
Yeah.
He was fine.
And then I know that there was a lot of people who were cramping up. I noticed that Ant was cramping up a few times.
Yeah, Anthony got a little overheated Friday night, which was kind of understandable. I mean, it was really hot. It's going to be hotter this Friday, but kind of got overheated a little bit, got him cooled back down. He was fine. I mean, Zuri cramped a little bit. Aragon cramped a little bit, which is expected. I mean, that's the reason why we played this game, is to kind of get some of those out of the way so it doesn't happen this week, or we hope it doesn't. But all the guys are fine. I mean, other than just being a little bit sore, everybody's good to go this week.
Yeah.
All right. So I know there really wasn't much injuries, just mostly cramps.
Yep.
But
Yeah, I mean, just bumps and bruises, just a typical Friday night. Nothing out of the ordinary, other than just being a helmet on a thigh or a elbow banged up or anything like that. But nothing that's going to keep anybody out from playing this Friday.
We're praying that nothing really bad happens.
That's right. That's right.
So this week we're playing against Goshen.
Yep.
Can you describe how y'all are developing the game plan for Goshen?
Yeah, we got defensively, we got to tackle the big horse they got. They got a kid, Jamari McClure, that's going to play at South Alabama. He's really good. We played against him last year. They got a couple other skill guys that are really good. They've got a big offensive line. It's funny that we talk about it. It's going to be, when they line up Friday and we line up on Friday, it's going to be like looking in the mirror. And they got a quarterback that can run it, so do we. We got a pretty big running back, so do they. They got a skilled guy or scat back running back, so do we. Our offensive line's pretty big, so that.
So pretty matched up.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty
Yeah.
pretty good football game on Friday night, which is gonna be exciting.
All right, so fighting the cramps, me and Trey will be down there helping you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Passing out water.
Yeah, y'all fix that issue, man. We need some help out there with some guys that I can trust a little bit out there to help us out. So that's gonna be big. It's gonna be big.
Yeah. So, who is this week's meal going to be sponsored by?
All right, so this week the Methodist Church is feeding us. So we're going to go back to the church where we ate last week, but instead of the Lions Club doing it, it's the actual church that's doing it. So we'll go back there and eat. I don't know what they're feeding us this week, but I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah. Man, I wish Larry's was still open.
I know,
That
it'd
stuff
be
was
nice.
good. So time, place, tickets, all that stuff still the
Yeah,
same?
everything's still the same. Warhawk Stadium, $7. We had a really good crowd last week. First time in a while that after some big plays, you could hear the crowd.
Yeah.
Everybody was excited, which makes it fun. Everybody likes to win, so do we. So I'm looking forward to a big crowd on Friday night, which we need. I mean, the guys like that. They feed off of that. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can get the whole town out there and support. Would be fun.
All right. Cheerleaders.
So like they have a what's the word?
Theme.
Yeah, they have the theme this week is Lei Out The Eagles, right?
So everybody's gonna be wearing flower leis on Friday.
All right.
There we go. So yeah, I like the themes. Cheerleaders did a great job Friday night as always. So we'll be excited for the theme. We'll be excited for the pep rally on Friday as well. It'll be
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, that would be cool. And that's all we have. We're going to end it with another joke today.
Let's hear it.
So, I was working at the bank and I got fired. You want to know why?
Wow,
A lady asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over.
pretty good.
That.
Go Warhawks!
Go Warhawks.